Hi, Tamily. Good morning, or afternoon, or evening. So it's Nicole here on Tampa Suzanne's Instagram Live for our 13th Ask Tamily interview. Lucky number 13. Yay! So we're interviewing Meredith today, and she should be joining here shortly. I'm not seeing that anybody's in, though. Let me see if I can get Meredith. Oh, there we go. We've got people. So let's see. I'm so bad at this. This is like the most difficult part. Okay, I don't see. There's Meredith. Okay. Let me just join her in and add. Good morning. Hi. Can you hear me?
Hear me?
Yes, I can hear you fantastically.
Oh, good.
Yay.
Yay.
Can you hear, and you can hear me, right?
I hear you. Yep.
Yay. Good morning again.
Good morning.
Or
Yeah.
afternoon. So good afternoon.
Are you in California? Where are you?
I'm in Oregon, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I grew up in California, but we moved to Oregon when I was 13, so really I'm an Oregonian. So yeah.
Okay.
Well, hello. Thank you for joining us.
Hi,
Hi Tracy. So people are on. Isn't this fantastic?
Yay. It's a little nerve-wracking, but fun at the same time.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah, and Suzanne, so I should let folks know, so we're on Suzanne's feed. She's in Costa Rica right now, enjoying some R&R, much-needed R&R. So I'm here, and we use Suzanne's feed because she has lots of followers, and a lot more people will be able to see this. So this is our 13th Ask Tamily episode, and we're with Meredith, MLM_Tam. Thank you for joining us. So, if you're ready, we'll start. Are you there? Oop, I think you froze. Oh, there you are.
Okay.
Okay. So, are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's dig in.
So, let's begin with where do you live and what do you do?
I live in Michigan, in Grand Rapids, and I am a stay-at-home mom. But BC, before children, I was a high school counselor. So I did that for a lot of years.
Oh,
and
cool.
I worked for about a year after my first daughter was born, but then have been staying home ever since. So.
Yeah. Well, that's, that is not a light career. You are a career woman.
I've always said, because I did work for a while with my daughter and then stayed home, they're both hard, but just in different ways.
Yeah.
There's challenges to both, but so far, staying home has been a good gig. I might go back someday, but we'll see.
Yeah. High school counselor, that's, I'm kind of one of those people that really loves that age of youth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have 3 kids, right?
I have 3 kids. My oldest daughter is 10, and then I have an 8-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old son. So, yeah.
I love seeing them on Insta. And okay, so this is kind of our classic question. When did you start the Tracy Anderson method, and how? Did you start with Meta or streaming or?
Yeah, I started in, I think it was 2010, maybe early 2011. I had just had my second daughter, and I was kind of in a weird place where I guess to back up, I've always been an athlete. I grew up, I swam competitively for 10 years, and that was wonderful. And then I got into doing a little bit of triathlon stuff and was running, and I ran a lot for probably 10 years, or no, 5 years. It was more like 5 years. And then, but I didn't love it. Like, it was just for the exercise of it.
Yeah.
I actually kind of hated it, but it was effective. I was like, this is an effective way to exercise. You could do it for shorter periods of time. You just get a lot of bang for your buck with running. But I didn't love it. And I had my daughter, and I wasn't really in a place where I could join a gym. I was not wanting to run anymore. I was just kind of searching for something. And that's around the time when Tracy's name was coming up in all the magazines, you know? I think my entry into it is pretty similar to a lot of people. Like, you would see her in People and Us and all the different magazines and interviews with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
So it just kept popping up, and I was so curious. I was like, what is this about? And I needed something that was easy for me to do at home. And her Metamorphosis videos were really convenient.
Yeah.
So I started with Metamorphosis. I had the first year, and then I did that for about a year. And then got pregnant with my son. So I kind of fell off of that for a while, and then I had him. And that first year that I did Metamorphosis, I had great results, and I loved it. So after I had him, I just did it over again.
Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah, the same thing. And it was okay. Like, to be honest, I think Metamorphosis is wonderful, and I did wind up buying the second year, and I did the second year of Metamorphosis. But at that time in my life, I was not committed. Like, I did it 3 or 4 times a week, and just had not a great mindset about it. I was like, oh, it's really hard. I need extra days off. You know, I was very blasé about it. And then I hit a point where I just wasn't having great results. I didn't love it. I was ready to just commit harder. And I had just gotten onto Instagram. I'm a late bloomer in technology. So I had just gotten onto Instagram and started finding, like, all these Tracy Anderson people, like Loretta and Teresa and all these people posting. And I had never really thought about doing streaming. Like, it never really crossed my mind, but I saw all these amazing women doing it, and I was like, I think I can do that. Yeah. I can do that. And so, but because of the monthly subscription for it, when I decided to do streaming, I had a very, like, that's when I decided to really commit. I was like, I'm going to pay for this. If I'm going to have this access, I'm going to do it 5 or 6 days a week. And I've been doing that for about a little over a year and a half, I think. Yeah. Almost 2 years.
Well, it's, same. I think that your story is interesting because that kind of, you know, we come to the method, we kind of fall away, and then we come back almost stronger, right? Than when we started. It's amazing.
It's true. And I think so many people, so many of us who are moms, like, there's like this ebb and flow with, like, the age of your kids. And when my kids were younger, it was just harder to do. And now they're older, and it's easier to commit more. So,
no, I hear you. I have one daughter, and she's older, but, you know, it's a balance. We keep talking about, like, you know, and that's what's fantastic about Tracy and this whole Tamily is that you can kind of fall off of it, and people check in on you and be like, what's going on? And then you kind of come back in, and you're just kind of right in the flow again. So what results have you seen since you started streaming?
A lot. There's, like, I think there are the visual results of it, like the physical results, and then, like, the mental results of it.
Almost the more important side is the mental side, you know?
Yeah, totally. And for me, it's, like, such a mental health thing. I just really like to work out, and I like routine, and I like the daily commitment and consistency of it. And I'm just happier having done it, and, like, feeling healthy and knowing I'm doing the right thing for my body. But physically, when I started streaming, because I went from 3 to 4 times a week to, like, consistently doing it 6 days a week.
Right.
And at the same time that I started doing streaming, I also kind of changed my diet too. I kind of adopted a whole foods, plant-based diet at that time. So those two things combined together really helped. I lost some weight and then just toned up. And, I think, with Tracy, you lose weight anyway, but I think the way I was eating, just being so much healthier, because I really was not eating healthy for a long time, helped. But Tracy, her method is just incredible for creating those more sleek, longer muscles.
Yeah.
Because my body type is I tend to bulk. Like, I've always been like a bulkier person if I worked out doing other things. Mm-hmm. But it hasn't been like that with her.
Yeah, she gets it.
She does.
Should be doing this.
I know. Well, and for women too, because I feel like so often we hear just women talking on Instagram amongst ourselves about, like, when the 5 pounds came up, and I feel like the hand weights, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, I'm worried it's going to bulk me," and I was a little worried about that because that's my body tendency, but I kind of just went with it. I was like, I trust Tracy.
Yeah,
she hasn't done me wrong yet.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's I hear you. I hesitated with 5 pounds too, and didn't actually jump on board until about a month ago. And I'm like, I wasn't trusting in Tracy. do this next time.
It makes a big difference, but I didn't jump right in either. I waited on it. I was like, I don't know if I really want to do that. And then after maybe a month or so of it being, I was like, I'm gonna have to go buy 5 pound weights.
Well,
yeah.
I have to go buy them, and I know I had some at some point, and of course I got rid of them because Tracy's never going to use 5 pound weights, and then
right,
I gotta go buy them again.
Do you like it though? Do you like the 5 pounds now?
Yeah, and I can see. I can feel a difference in my body, and I have the same thing. I tend to kind of get really muscly in my upper body. My lower body is like on another planet compared to my upper body, I think. But this is but I really enjoy the 5 pounds.
Yeah. I'm getting used to it. I don't think she keeps saying they're not staying for very long, but she's been saying that for a while, and they're still around.
I know. I think they're doing good things, so they're going to stick around. So, what's your routine? Do you try and get your workout in at the same time every day, or you just kind of fit it in? And are you doing? I think you're doing mostly master class, but what's your dance cardio? What's your formula?
My formula right now is I really just do master class. I hate to admit, I don't love dance cardio. I did it very consistently with Metamorphosis because it was like the 30 minutes of each. Mm-hmm. And I liked it in Metamorphosis enough that I would do it, but I'm not I'm not good at learning all the combos and stuff. Yeah. So that multitask is nice, but I haven't really done it. So my formula is MC 6 days a week is really what I shoot for. And during the school year with my kids, what I usually do is get them off to school, and I try to work out around 9 or 9:30. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the perfect timing for me when I feel awake enough and moved around enough. Sometimes, depending on what is going on with school and other things, I'll do it a little later, but I really try to do it before 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because if it gets past 2 o'clock, then I'm probably not going to do it. And in the summertime, with the kids home, I always was getting up first thing in the morning. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of seasonal for me. Usually in the summer, I try to do it before they get up, and then during school, I do it within an hour of them leaving.
Heading out of the house, that's good. Yeah. So it works for you. So
it works. I think for me personally, a person of because I'm so routine oriented, having a specific time that I usually do it works better for me.
Yeah. So on the days that you're totally not motivated, what do you say to yourself, or do you just kind of give it a pass? Are you strict 6 days a week, or do you have days where you just kind of be like, okay, this is not happening today?
Um, I would say I'm pretty strict 6 days a week. Sometimes I'll do 5. Um, if it's like a really particularly hard week and my body is just like I guess I'm lucky because I don't really feel like I'm not very motivated very often. But I am also human, so sometimes I'm not.
Right.
But I think the routine helps because if it's just what you do, I just do.
Yeah.
But if I'm not feeling motivated, I really do try to follow Tracy's advice, and I've heard her say, like, have that conversation with yourself. Like, why are you not motivated? Like, are you not motivated because you feel like you're getting sick, or am I not motivated because I'm sore and I just don't feel like it? Like, I try to be really honest with myself, and if I'm not motivated because of some legitimate reason to not work out, like because I'm not feeling well, I won't. But usually I just make myself do it. I'll scroll through Instagram.
Yep.
And see all the BA ladies out there doing it, and I'll be like, okay, just gotta
do it. Just gotta do it.
Yeah.
So that kind of segues into you've attended Vitality Weeks. You've met Tracy. What's kind of the biggest takeaway that you've received from kind of her lectures and the Vitality Week experience?
Biggest takeaway. I went to the Miami Vitality, and it was awesome. I just loved it. I loved meeting her. I was like super intimidated to meet her because I admire her so much. But gosh, I feel like that's so hard to nail down because she is such a wealth of information and motivation. But I really like when she talks about that conversation with ourselves, and because I feel like for me, it's so mental. Like it's all so mental, and if I tell myself I can't do something, then I'm probably not going to be motivated to do it. Right. But if I keep telling myself like you can do this, you can get it done. It's just an hour. You're strong enough to do this. It's just like that positive talk.
Yeah.
And she talks about that a lot, and I think that's huge.
Yep. I would agree. That's it's like we brush our teeth. Let's do this. And we have this fantastic Tamily. This community is amazing for.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Is there any one piece of advice from maybe the Tamily that keeps you going, or that you think about a lot when, not even on days that you're not motivated, just in general, like?
Yeah, I think there have been so many things, but if there's one standout thing, I think it wasn't this summer. I think it was this previous summer. I was having a nice chat, like direct message with Chef Priscilla.
Oh, yes.
And she is just so incredible and so motivating. And she just gets up oftentimes early in the morning and just gets it done. And it must have been 2 summers ago, because that was the first time I was getting up before the kids to work out. And that was really hard for me. And she just said to me, don't think about it, just do it.
Yeah.
Don't think about it, just do it. Like, get all your stuff set up the night before, the alarm clock goes off, just do it. And I think about that a lot. I really do.
She's amazing. She's
amazing.
Yeah, I know she's on her her food, she's fantastic. We love you, Priscilla.
Yeah.
So what are your kids, your husband, what's your family think about the Tamily and TA and posting to Instagram, and do they have opinions?
That's what's embarrassing is it's like my hidden secret.
Oh gosh.
They don't even know I do it. They're very supportive of my exercise though.
Yeah.
it was funny because when I kind of transitioned to streaming, there was a period of time where my husband was like, "So is this like your thing now?" Like I was like warming up the bathroom and the humidifier and
Right.
on a second heater, and he was sort of like, "I don't understand any of this." And I was like, "I don't expect you to understand. I just want you to be supportive." And when we traveled, like, he wouldn't want me to take my weights and stuff because he would have to carry the luggage.
Right.
It's just like a pain in the ass. Can I swear on this?
Oh yeah.
But it just, I was like, I just love it. It makes me feel good. It's just what we're doing. And he's so supportive. And my kids, they're used to it.
Yeah.
They're like, "You can go do your exercise." Yeah. Why are you going to do that? Because it's good for my heart. It's good for my body. It's good for my mind,
Yeah.
So,
That's good. That's amazing. We need support, and it is a little different sometimes when you're, heating up your room and humidifying your room an hour ahead of time.
Oh,
and
yeah.
carrying gear all across the world, and, it's
that's one of the things that I think is so nice about the Instagram community and the support that we all give each other, because it makes us feel normal, because it is normal. It is normal to invest in yourself and take care of yourself. But it's just different than what other people are used to with, like, the heat, humidity, and all that stuff. But people think it's weird. Like, all my friends are like, wait, what do you do?
Yeah.
You do what? In your bathroom?
Yeah, and you should be too.
Yeah. And it's funny because people always ask, they're like, "So what do you do? Like, what kind of exercise?" And they're curious. And I'm actually going on a trip with some girlfriends in November, and they're like, "We're going to do it with you. We're totally going to do this with you." And I was like, "All right, we're all going to drop it on and do it."
Yep.
But I have not gotten anybody to do it yet. Like, committed.
That was going to be the question. Have you converted anybody? Not yet. Well,
yeah, I do have one girlfriend in particular who I was really working on hard, because she's like, she's in great shape, like total gym rat, but like the kind of person that tries all the things.
Yeah.
But I think she just likes to do all the things. I couldn't snag her.
Yeah. Maybe you'll get somebody out of your November trip.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. It's always exciting sharing this. That's the thing, it's the sharing this with the people around you, because we do. We said this earlier. This is something we love.
Yeah.
It really is, a big part of our lives. So
yeah.
Anyone people, they support it and they look at you like maybe you're nuts, but they support and kind of get it. So
yeah.
So you haven't converted anyone?
No. Ryan.
Yeah. Do you guys have a group in your area of Tamily members that get together every once in a while?
Well, we kind of do. That's one of the things that's also so cool about this Instagram, because I actually I met Tracy Pye and Lisa. I think hers is LMM_Tam. And they're both like the most incredible women. And Tracy and I actually went to Miami together for Vitality. We flew down there together. And Lisa, I see Lisa all the time because our daughters swim together on the same swim team. And it was like it was a little surreal because I didn't know that her daughter swam and she didn't know that my kids did that. And I walked into swim practice with my daughter one day, and we just kind of looked at each other and were like, "Oh my gosh!" So it's fun that I get to see her all the time. And then I just had lunch with Tracy not that long ago. One of these days we need to tam together, though. I would like to coordinate that.
Yeah, that's we kind of have the same. We have an Oregon group that we got together one time, but we haven't tammed together, and that'll be the next step. But finding a space, we can go to each other's houses and stuff like that, but we want a cool space. And
how many of you are there, and how close are you?
I'm in Salem, and Katie's in Portland, so they're up in Portland, so like 45 minutes away. So it's like, we should be like having lunch every weekend for goodness sake, but everybody's busy, and
Right. Right. Once a month.
Yeah, we really need to commit to it. But yeah, there's a handful. There's there's 4 or 5 of us in Oregon that I know of. I know there's more of us in Oregon that maybe just don't post, because when the clear bars were on sale, like in Salem, I know there's people, because people were buying those things. I'm like, this is not a normal thing for somebody to just go into Target and buy. Like, I know there's women in this area that are doing Tracy.
I know, and you know what? I think the same thing too, because the same thing happened at my Target.
Yeah.
And my sister-in-law lives on the other side of town about 20 minutes ago, and I would like enlist her to buy them for me. Like, she would go to her Target, and I'd be like, buy all the boxes.
Get them all.
Like, I would show up, and there would be one left, and I'm like, other people are buying these.
Yeah, like, I'm going to leave a note here and say, are you text her.
Yeah.
I didn't ever do that, but I thought about it multiple times. How fantastic were those clear bars too? I'm sad they're gone, but
they were so they're gone. Like, she's not selling them at all, even at the studio.
No, I think they were in the studio when I was there. I didn't grab any because I don't, if I can't feed the addiction, why am I feeding the addiction? I got like 3 in the freezer right now that'll stay there and forever to have them. I don't know. I think.
Did you ever explain why it's not at Target anymore?
No, I don't think so. That'd be a good question. If anybody on here is going to Vitality Week or something, ask her what's up with the bars. Maybe it was like, they just weren't as healthy as she wanted them to be anymore or something. I don't know.
They were good.
I don't know if we've gotten any questions on here. Let me scroll through, and we're she was losing money on the bars. Hi, Kristen.
Oh,
thank you for the intel. People do crazier things in their bathrooms. That is true. Honestly, I wish I had like a tan bathroom. I'm using a spare bedroom, or not even a spare bedroom, my little house. So it's the like extra bedroom, and it's carpeted and it's horrible and it smells like perma gross, and I'm gonna have to like take the carpet out.
Oh, you should get one of those Square 36 mats.
I need to.
Life changing.
I need to. I'm gonna do it.
It probably make the carpet so bad.
Yeah, it's just not ideal.
Yeah.
I want the floors is what I want, but that's not gonna happen anytime soon. So that's like next level.
Yeah, right. It would be, even me, I'm like, that would be so amazing. And then I'm like, Mare, you don't even do dance cardio. Like,
I would have to, I wouldn't have anywhere for my daughter to, like, sleep if she came over. She'd have to be on the couch if I had the floors in there, take up the whole room. So, oopsie, I don't know what I just did. There we go. I don't see any questions on here. Let me just go, does anybody have any questions for Meredith? Let me go through mine.
Can you see a very tall towel?
You'll have to show me later. Can you go back downstairs? I'll be down in a little bit.
Hey, kiddo.
Can you say hi?
Hi.
Wait, can you shut the door, please? Thank you.
Here's kind of a question that I've asked before and that was asked to me and it took me a second to answer it. But is there anything that you would like the Tamily to know about you that's important that maybe we don't get to see in your posts or through the workout? Does that make sense? Is that a silly question?
Yeah. No, you know what? No, at first I blanked for a second, but yeah, I think it's funny because I have this thought about so many other people. Like, you see posts and there are so many people who I watch and I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks so easy for them. It just looks so easy for them. And people write that a lot, like, you make it look easy. And I've said that a lot to people too. But it's hard for everybody. Like, we're all struggling, especially those, 3 or 4 weeks in a row, a couple weeks ago, that was just like, it was just brutal. And actually, like going back to that motivation piece, those were a couple weeks where I just really had to talk myself into working out because it was so hard that it was hard to want to.
Yeah.
I really, at that point in time, I was really kind of doing it just out of habit.
Yeah.
But the last couple weeks are more enjoyable.
Yeah.
But, and I always think this about Tracy too, because like I watch her and I'm like, is she ever sore? Is she ever struggling? Like she rarely ever looks like it's ever hard for her.
Right.
But, I guess I would say, I guess it's not like about me necessarily, but it's something I have to remind myself sometimes is to just not get discouraged watching other people.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's easy to look at other people and be like, well, it just has to be easier for them, which then makes you kind of feel like, which means I'm not as strong or as good or as qualified or as whatever. Like that, then like that negative talk comes in, and I guess what I try to just keep it positive. Like as much as possible, I try to like be positive with myself. Talk to myself how I would other people.
That's that's fantastic. Like we should all be doing that more. That's a reframe it from as much as possible and just focus on I don't know. Just it sounds so silly, but be happy.
Yeah, and just try to not be so like. I think sometimes it's easy to get discouraged. And Tracy said, I love what she said in her very first stream where she was like, don't judge me, don't judge yourself, don't judge other people. And I think that's a great way too.
I think that we should all be living by. That should be our motivational quote. Base, like, that's what it should be every time. It looks like we have some questions coming in. So, how do you make your hair presentable after all the sweating without ruining it, obviously? That's not a silly question.
How do you make it presentable?
I have to shower every time. I cannot, like, not shower after a class.
Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm very lazy. I'm very lazy with my presentation of myself on a normal basis. Like, I definitely... brushed hair today, but I have a lot of days I don't. I try to wash my hair every other day, but with Tracy, sometimes you just have to because it's so sweaty. But if I do it every other day, like I love me some Living Proof dry shampoo.
Yeah, there we go.
Right?
Get it.
And then the bun. Like I just do like the hot mess bun on a very regular. I don't do my hair. I probably do my hair twice a week.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, this is life.
It's life. Yeah. What you see in my streaming with the bun, that's how I probably wear it like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
I don't really do my hair.
It's good. It's cute. It works.
Oh.
Do you ever envision a time when you won't be doing this workout?
Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Me too. I worry sometimes that, I'm really hoping that Penny's going to grow up and take over for Tracy so that we never stop. It never stops.
Wouldn't that be perfect?
Yeah.
I think about that because I think, like so many of us, I don't think my experience has been very different from other people where, like, you try so many other things that don't work, so you know what doesn't work.
Yeah.
But we also know what does, and
right.
for me, like, this is just like such a perfect fit for me, like mentally and emotionally and physically. I just love this method, but I can't think about her ever not having streaming because I would have a panic attack.
I know. Me too. And I those are things that we think about, but she's not going anywhere.
Yeah. And if she does, I would beg her to sell streaming stuff. You know what I mean? Like year one of streaming or whatever.
Well, I guess what it would happen is we would all just have to open studios.
Yes.
And she'd have to franchise, and we just have to do it that way because we need this in our lives, you know.
Right.
This is like, I don't know, like, you know, you get up, you tan. I don't know. It's a big part.
It is.
Awesome. Hey, beauty. You are so inspirational and always look like you are in the zone. Oftentimes, especially with life-changing events, my workouts might involve an emotional breakdown. While it's cathartic, has that ever happened, and how do you stay focused? That's a great question.
Wow, that is. Gosh. Emotionally, I think, everybody goes through a lot at some point or another. And I think, like, for me, it wasn't for me personally, but I have a girlfriend who's going through a hard time. And after talking with her, like, you just get those feelings that are just so heavy. It just feels so heavy, and you don't want to move. You don't want to move forward. You don't feel like you're in the zone. You're not concentrating. And gosh, it's such a hard question, but I feel like most of the time I am in the zone. Like, I really, like, if I'm going to do something, I like to do it well, and I'm going to focus on it and try the best I can while I'm doing it. But I have definitely had times where I'm doing a workout and I know my head is somewhere else. But I also know that working out and staying consistent and taking care of me is going to make whatever hard time better.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't let go. That's just going to make it worse if I don't stay consistent with that.
Yeah.
So, and I guess, like, even if you're not in the zone, even if you're just, like, you're just getting through it, get through it.
Just move, yeah.
Just move. Don't think about it. Just do it. Yeah.
It is hard, though. I think we all have those. We all have something at some point that smacks us. And,
Yeah. And I guess, and if you need to take a day off because you're just not there, I mean, I've done that. I've had days where I'm like, I just don't want to today. I can't get there today. Then don't. But don't do it again the next day.
Right.
And the next day.
Right.
Get back on the horse.
Come back. Right. Right. Because after all, I mean, what is this? Why are we doing this? We're doing this because it's for us. It's for all the other parts of our life also, but don't, when life gets hard, take care of yourself first. Yeah. Remember that it's important to take care of yourself, and that's part of what all of this, it's like the Tracy Anderson journey, but it's really our life journey, our getting through.
You get through.
Which is good. Yeah. It sounds like a bad thing and a negative thing, but it really is. That's what it is.
Yeah. And I feel like you kind of have to, like, fake it till you make it. Like, some of those days when I don't feel like doing it, I'm like, I usually start warming up my space about an hour before I work out. So I'll go in, turn on the heater, turn on the humidifier, and then come back in an hour. And like, some days when I don't feel like doing it, I'll just get my workout clothes on right away. Like, get my clothes on, get my water ready, like, just kind of prep it, hoping that if I at least start moving in that direction, and I'm so, like, just, like, the not wanting to be wasteful part of me is, like, if I already have my gear running for, like, an hour, I'm like, well, I'm not going to waste money because I know that it's been running my electricity, and may as well do it.
Trouble. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I hear you. It's just hit play and then just follow her, just do that video game thing and let it all kind of go and as much as you can, but also give yourself a break.
Yeah.
We all,
and lean on the family. Like,
lean
a girlfriend.
Yep.
Like, I don't feel like doing this. And then she'd be like, get your butt in there.
Yeah, anybody at any time. You message me, and I'll give you my cell phone number. You can text me anytime. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here for each other. This is real. The Tamily is real.
It is.
We need shirts that say that. Your hot mess bun is everything. I would agree. I don't know what time it is right now. We have an hour for this, but I don't think we're getting. Are we good? Okay, so we've got time. Instagram will just cut us off after an hour. They need to figure stuff out. Do you do anything special for your tan space?
I'm sorry, I missed that. What?
Do you do anything special for your tan space?
I have a square 36 mat. I do it in the bathroom. So I do have a square 36 mat, which is like my favorite thing. And then I'm a little like methodical about like having all my things ready, like all my ducks in a row, and having like my weights where they're convenient. Besides making sure that my angle for videotaping is somewhere where I don't have to clean any counters off. Like, so you see the cleanest part of my bathroom?
Right.
Not really. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Just you got your space. I do the same thing. Make sure things are clean. So, where is the craziest place you have done Tam? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is there even? Where is it? It's not really crazy. I don't really have any crazy. I mean, I used to do it down in our basement, but then I decided to add heat and humidity. And when I did that, that's when I went to the bathroom, because it was just the best space for it. I just like in cramped, narrow spaces, I guess. I mean, we've been in hotels, and the only little space for me to do it is like right inside where the door is to the room, and I just like squeeze myself in there and get like angry when I kick walls and doors and stuff. Yeah, just making it happen.
Angle yourself. Your leg can kick through the bathroom door.
I've done that. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. But I don't know that there's a crazy spot that I've ever. You know what? I have done it on my back porch before. Not that that's crazy, but it was like this really nice summer day, and it was hot and it was humid, and my kids weren't around, and I went out on my back deck, and I got some text from a girlfriend later. She's like, "What the hell are you doing?" Because she could see my deck from her house.
That's awesome.
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You Tom.
Yeah. You mind your business.
Right, exactly. This is my space. Well, that's kind of all the questions that I had. So, if anybody else has questions, I'm going to go through this. I'm not the master interviewer, that's Suzanne, so I am, I gotta look at my sheet.
You're doing awesome.
I think you're doing awesome. This worked, right? I mean, it's so nerve-wracking. So somebody else that's coming in to do a future Ask Tamily, I was nervous. Meredith was nervous. We just texted. It's all good. And it's, we're just having a conversation. Like, I wish we could do it in the same room, honestly.
No. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, we need to have, we need to have, like, Tam Camp and, like, just rent out an island and just everybody come.
That would be fun, because we have these Vitality that are amazing, and you get a chance to meet Tracy and see her in the flesh and her answer your own questions, and it's amazing. But really, I mean, I thought the Vitality was amazing because of meeting her, but also I had a ball meeting everybody. I mean, just because you just get these small little snippets of people. So I feel like I know people and I talk to people, but it's different when you are physically talking with them. So to meet like Peachy and Teresa and Loretta, who's amazing. I love you, girl. And I mean, there were so many people there, and it was fun. It was just fun to meet people. Ariel Mama. Yeah. It was just fun.
That's Vitality Weeks are amazing because you are working with the master for 2 or 4 or whatever. But it's the friendships and the connection and I just like really would love to have like a Tamily retreat. It would be amazing.
Good. It would be. Yep. I love that idea.
We're gonna put it together. One day it's all gonna happen. And it'll be open invitation. Yes. Fantastic. On the list. Crazy neighbor, I get those looks all the time.
Oh, who said that? Lisa.
Tam retreat sounds awesome. Yay! Oh, yep, there's Lisa. Hi! So, I think that's it, guys. I want to talk for like ever, but I know you're busy and, thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, thank you.
This project.
Yeah. You and Suzanne, I get one more thing I would just love to say is this is just such a nice idea, and I haven't been able to watch too many of these yet, but the ones that I've watched, I've just enjoyed so much, and you guys do such a wonderful job
thank you.
Organizing and just having thought of it, and you definitely talked me off the ledge about an hour ago. So you're very sweet and supportive, and I appreciate it. This is fun.
I'm so glad. Yeah, thank you. And I mean, this was Suzanne just had this fantastic idea, and we keep saying like we just did it. Like we're kind of just doing it. Like it's just not really thinking about it, just doing it. So if anybody has any advice, if you want to nominate somebody to be interviewed, if you want to be interviewed, just send us a message. If you want to add questions, for the Tamily, by the Tamily is our tagline, and it really, really is. I mean, it's amazing. And go check out, all those videos are on YouTube, and I swear we are getting those on YouTube with like, the process is a little insane, but it's happening. So it's meant to happen. Like Instagram will let it say. Yeah, so anyway, long story, but, Tamily love, for sure, always.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, have a fantastic day, and, let's keep in touch.
You too, yeah, definitely. All right.
All right, thank you, bye-bye.
Bye.